Learning Objective 2 from section A2.1 is to convert between fractions, proportions, and percents. Now we're going to be dealing with some decimal values here, so I want to make sure that my GeoGebra is set up appropriately. I've opened up my GeoGebra window, and I'm going to click on the gear icon, and that will bring up some options over here to the right. I'll click on the gear icon again, which will bring me to this global menu, and in there there's this option for rounding. I've set it to 10 decimal places. You can also choose significant figures. We just want to make sure we have enough decimal places so that we can have all of the digits that we want. Okay, first learning objective example is write 17/69ths as a proportion. In other words, as a decimal value and a percent. So we've been given a fraction, 17/69, and I'm going to put that into GeoGebra to do the division. So 17, and I'll click on the keyboard button down here at the bottom so I can use the divided by symbol. You could also use the slash key on your keyboard, and I get 0.246376811. I set it to 10 decimal places, so you can see I have 10 digits there past the decimal. And I'm going to write this value down, 0.24638. Let's round to the 5th decimal place. So in that 5th place there is a 7. The value to the right of it is a 6, which is 5 or bigger, so I'm rounding that 7 up to an 8. This is the proportion. And if I want to write it as a percent, I will move this decimal 2 places to the right. So behind the 2 and then behind the 4, and I get 24.638%. And that's written as a percent. Okay, the next example says, if 48 out of 120 people agree with a particular statement, what percent of the people agreed? Let's first write this as a fraction. So our numerator is 48, that's the number of people who agreed, and our denominator is 120, that's the total number of people we were looking at. And now I need to write this as first a decimal and then a percent. So I'm going to enter 48 divided by 120, and I get 0.4. 0.4 is my decimal or my proportion, and as a fraction I'll move the decimal 2 places to the right, so behind the 4 I'll have to add another 0 to get the second place, and that becomes 40%.